Yeah! We have a controllable flying craft. What's up, people? It's your boy Jatois. I'm here today in Main Assembly, and this is a game that was sadly off my radar for way too long, and it was brought to my attention via email by Team 17, who was gracious enough to send me over a key for myself and some of my fellow YouTubers to be able to try. And this is developed by Bad Yolk Games. The name makes me crack up when I hear it. And it's going to early access on April the 16th, so here within a few days. So right now what we're going to do is show you a quick tour around the game and some of the things you can expect and show you my first craft. So let's go ahead and jump straight in. There is a really good tutorial built into the game you should definitely go through because you learn a lot. This game has a little bit of a learning curve, and then further on it can get a lot more intense. So if you just want to play the game and you want to have fun, you can do it. If you want to get really technical, you can definitely do it. So let's take a look at the Sandbox, which we're going to do for right now. And we'll probably do a stream on this on our channel in a few days this weekend. So let's take a look at the Sandbox. You have several options, Flatland and Norland. So we're going to actually go to Flatland because I want a nice flat area to test my craft on. Everything else does have a bit of terrain issues, water, ice, and I don't want to fight that just yet. So not until we have our craft able to maneuver a lot better. So let's go over to Flatland and let's play. Alright, so this is basically all of Flatland. Just a giant flat terrain with a bunch of invisible walls around it so you can test your craft out without the terrain affecting your craft too much. So if you want to start building, you press B to build, and your craft that you are currently working on will show here. This is my current craft I've been toying with, and it handles decently. The navigation around your craft is done by WASD controls, and then C will lower you down, space will bring you up, mouse controls your look, and as you hover over things you'll see they highlight. There's different options you can do for things, like you can press down on your middle button for cloning. If you highlight an area, you have control where you can extrude a part. You have alt where you can curve a part. I don't want to bend anything just yet, but this is kind of how you would do it, and it would look like that. So I don't want to do that. Control Z will undo, whereas Control Y will redo what you were doing. When you start editing your chassis, it will take you into chassis mode. So things you will see start to disappear, and this is so you can actually come here and modify your chassis without everything else getting in the way. Pretty clever. So let's go back, and you see everything is back in its expected location. So from here, what you can do, if you hit tab, it's going to bring up your menu in your build mode. So we're currently in catalog, where you have access to several parts. These are for your motors that you have available for snapping wheels onto. These are your wheels. Each one has its own specific set of things. You'll see here they even have medium spiked wheels for gripping on ice. This is for terrain, and this is for road wheels. This is for racing. So they have quite the assortment of things available. And then it brings us to thrust. For thrust, you have your jet engines, your booster engines, your propellers, and your RCS. All these you can use to make aircraft in one way or another. And then your chassis parts, I haven't messed too much with those. Same with mechanical, electronics. I haven't had a chance to play too much with them. I've played the game for maybe 4 hours now, and I've gotten to the point where I really enjoy it. Each part does have its own specific weight, so do pay attention to your craft and how much weight you're adding to it when you're placing things, because you'll see here that cross, that is your center of mass. We can't see center of lift and center of thrust just yet, but you have your center of mass, which will allow you to at least identify where you need to apply your thrust. So if you go here, you also have kits, which I haven't played around too much with, which are just different things that you have here. Like if you wanted walking legs, you have these right here able to be used, so you can really quickly get into your walking legs, your walking mech builds. And then you have your bots, which this is my bot that I have saved. This is where you can actually start a brand new bot, so you can just come here, click start brand new bot. This one is my current one. It's just called First Chaotic Flight because it works. I'm happy. It's first alpha and it works. You can go browse the workshop for different crafts. So this is a nice way where you can just quickly start a brand new craft. It's very similar to Besiege and how you snap parts together and build things. There's a few tools I'm missing from my KSP realm, so it's early access, going to be early access here soon, so there's a lot of room to grow. And also in here, you can go and press P, and that's going to bring you to your programming window, and you can program how you want each part to react with its input and its output. All this is taught to you within the tutorial. This may seem daunting, but this is really simple. When I press spacebar, I get jet power, and that's these two jets here. And also my RCS is fixing my rotation, my counter spin for each of my RCS that I have active on here. For D and A, I have left and right in the back. For A and D, reverse, it's on the front, so that reinforces my turning. And of course, my steering for my wheels is mapped to there. WS is my RCS up down. So, which I probably need to correct because the front one, this needs to be WS, whereas this one here can be deleted. So we'll show you how to do this. This one here needs to be detached because it actually doesn't need to be on here. Except for I don't know how to detach, so we're just going to have to delete it. And now we're stuck with this dot here, and I'm not sure how to get rid of that. We're just going to move this to here. And here we're going to do another input, and we're going to do it like this, and we're going to go to parts, and we're going to go to our front RCS. On our front RCS, we're going to go to up, down. And this one we can do, so this one we want up, and this one we want down. So when I'm trying to map it to the way I control things in Kerbal Space Program. So this is going to be S and W. So I want S to go up and W to be down. So this is how I'm going to try to map it out in the front. So hopefully that works. Hopefully my logic's right. And then you just exit out. What I want to do here now is go here and save my craft, just to make sure that all my edits have taken place, because I've already had a blackout today. I'm guessing it's the high heat and people are running their ACs. I have no idea, but I was near done recording, so I have to do this over again. Anyhow, so to proceed, press enter to build your craft. And here you go, your craft is now built. And let's take it for a test drive. Let's make sure that these are firing properly. I definitely need to remap that. So let's actually go here. Let's go to P. And this is definitely not up and down. So for those, it was firing left and right. So I'm thinking what I'll need to do here instead for this one, I need to see what direction is what. I know the left and right is fine, so maybe forward and back is what I need for this one. So let's find thruster 3 and go to forward and back, and let's see if that does it for us. Once again, let's back out of here. Let's go here to our bot. Let's save. And let's go back and build, and let's test that out again. So up and down, that is exactly what I wanted it to do. That's perfect. Okay, so what we need to do now is fly. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! We have a controllable flying craft. So there you go. There you have it. It is possible to do in the game. You just have to kind of think about how you want things to control and really commit to. I mean, my front and back, I like to have separate. Oh boy, did I screw that up? Oh no 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 no, incoming ground. Oh, we hit hard. We hit so hard. Okay, let's build that again. So yeah, you definitely can fly in this game once you get your basic design down. It's really not that hard. It's just flying in the game seems to be a bit tricky still. And what I was doing wrong there is I was pressing on my controls still. So yeah, there you go. You can definitely fly in the game. Turning is a little tricky. I want to be able to roll, but I need to figure out how to map things out properly to do so. So let's take this craft and show you some of the other stuff on the maps. So there's several different maps here. You have the frozen river, the lake. There's no boat parts I've seen yet, so don't get too excited just yet. The lower caves, haven't gone there yet. The ski jump, and then the airstrip. We're going to the airstrip. So I want to see how well our craft does. All right, so let's go B and then enter to build. So here's our craft. We are ready for flight. And let's go ahead and hit space to go. Ooh, right off the back there, I almost messed it up. And we can kind of go for a nice little flight. Look at that. And there's the raceway. It's all interconnected, so if you want to go from one to the next, you can. Wow, we are so flying in the game, and this is so exciting. You can see some pretty good sized map here. Oh why did that just happen? That wasn't right. I was just happy flying around. All right, let's try this again. All right, I got to make sure I don't go too high. All right. So yeah, this is some of the areas you can adventure in, and this is really cool. Whoa! Ooh, I lost control. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's rebuild that. Okay, so these are just some of the areas. I wonder if some of these have actual colliders. Let's see. It totally has colliders. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Alright, let's rebuild. So in closing, yes, this game, it is really cool. I really like how it handles, and I really feel like it's a good start to a game. I would love to see why that's happening. I'd love to see why oh, there's an invisible wall there, and I'm hitting that invisible wall. That's what's going on. I don't think they anticipated someone building a flying craft like this. So yeah, there is that. But take flight. I think I'd like to be able to see where those walls are if I'm gonna be flying. Ooh, I totally lost that part of my craft. But yes, this game definitely seems like it's a great start to a game, and I would love to see this kind of enhanced, continue. I'd love for them to continue to build this game, add more parts, and expand the maps so we can adventure out even further, because I'm already hitting the walls, and like I said, I don't think anyone anticipated someone getting a craft already airborne. But as a faithful KSP player, and having so many, I've put in almost 7,000, over 7,000 hours in KSP, so I figured things out. And so I have a kind of an unfair advantage as far as that goes. But hopefully that gives you kind of a quick glance at the game. Bigger maps, more airplane parts, maybe a way to see my center of mass, center of thrust, some lift. Love to see center of lift. Love to some wings, things where I can actually get my airplanes mounted, created, ready to rock. But this is a fantastic start. Once again, early access, April 16th. Developer Bad Yolk Games. Thank you, Bad Yolk Games. Thank you, Team 17, for reaching out to me. This is a fantastic game. We're probably going to do the stream on this weekend, so stay tuned for the channel, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video. For now, it's your boy Jatois, and I'm out. Peace. I totally have a flying airplane, and I think it's awesome. And I can just spawn it here in the middle of the air and take flight, because yes, there you go, it's possible in the game, and it's awesome. I will catch you guys later. Peace. Oh my god, I'm freaking flying.